All right, welcome back. This is part 2 of fixing mego 14-inch bodies. And I came up with a very easy solution for the legs. At first, you think the legs are tight because it's like a magician's hand. Sleight of hand, twist of fate, perception is reality. What I mean by all that is this torso was so loose, as you can see it is not now, that you thought the rest of it was tight until you fixed the torso. Then you realize that it wants to naturally spread its legs. This one's not spreading until I spread it. Why? Because I already did something to it. It was a very easy fix. You see that little black nub in there? That is a zip tie. And if you guys are familiar with zip ties, is one side of a zip tie has a zipper on it. So it kind of locks into place. That's what I did. I shoved the zip tie down in there, zipper side towards the hinge part right there. So when you spread the leg up like that, it stays. And with everything I do to this thing, I realize something else is more loose than my repair. Like, I thought these were okay, but damn, these arms are loose. But, one hurdle at a time. How did I do this? All right. Here is the other half of my zip tie. You can see there is a zip on this side and a smooth side here. We're going to shove this zip tie on the outside per leg. Let's see if I can get it started like so. So look how loose this is. It just kind of flops around. Once you get it buried between the leg and the hinge, I may have to go with a new zip tie. I didn't want to have to resort to that, but sometimes, as you can see, a new zip tie is very tapered. So we can actually feed it down in there like so. Let's take it easy. And you can feel it grab right away once it's the zipper part touches the hinge. And you can see immediately see that? Those legs are not flopping around. So now that we got that done, I'll shove it down here a little bit more. And this is something that you always kind of have to do with Marvel Legends figures because they're so garbagey. Garbagey, is that a word? Well, it is now. I just coined the phrase. Garbagey. So now you see it kind of hooks there, but we can fix that. I'll cut it a little tighter. But that, because we don't want that to actually cut in our uniform. Look at that. See that? Look at this. Does that look like the mego 2018 14-inch figure you bought from Target? But yeah, he can actually do the Van Damme now. See that? So now, before I put his uniform back on, let's see what we can do about, because these are suffering the same fate. Everything about these figures are just loose and nicing up, though. Yeah, I say that. I was going to say the elbows seem nice and tight until I fix this part. Zipper side down. Grab my little pliers here. And again, we didn't have to tear anything apart for this fix at all. Just got to slide it down along. Come on. Look at this. You can, it's like a ratchet now. And let's see the original arm, see how it moves. Now it's tight there, but when you get to this point, it falls. But this one stays nice and tight all the way down. Yeah, this is really nice. So let me just see if I can get that down in there a little bit more. And then I think that might be it. Come close here. And there goes that piece. Yeah, look at this. Spread him out. Yeah, those legs are nice. Now, one more joint here before I close him back up. Yeah. Maybe. I'm going to try the underside and see if it works too. Hold on. Let me taper this down a little bit. Alright. I tapered it into a point because I think it'll be easier to get that in there. I'll need to get in there a little bit more. Oh yeah. Nice. So now, let's get him dressed and he will take a bow. Alrighty then. So as you can see, once you tighten up the joint, so get me wrong, it still took a little bit to get him into this balanced pose. However, the arms are not falling, the legs are not spreading out. My point is, you can get him in some poses if you do a little work. And I think it's worth it. I really do. And, you know, hey, I mean, come on. Those are not going to do this pose in the state they are coming out of the box. So we'll call this part 2 in conclusion of working on the mego 14-inch body. So I want to get this out there quick before people start just opening their mego figures that just do the waist, the torso. They can actually do this while they're at it. And this doesn't require taking a knife and separating any joint. It's just a matter of shoving some zip ties down into those hinge joints, and it works fantastic. So like I said, no, he just didn't stand like this. However, he is standing like this without his legs spreading. I can pick him up and his legs stay. I just want to get rid of that lantern. You know, I mean, listen. There is nothing shaking around there. So, I mean, you hear the joint creak, which is what you want when you're with your action figure. Joint creak means the leg's going to stay. The arm's going to stay. So, yeah. Very cool. So, yeah, I'll just do this to the rest of mine. And, you know, his legs are not spreading. And by the way, I can get this pose here. And get him back like, well, and then he falls back. But if you move one of his legs back like so, you can pull that off. Let's face it, his boots are not conducive. But look, there you are. He's dodging a bullet right now like the Matrix, you know. And move him forward like so. Like he's about ready to wail on somebody. But yeah, he's doing calisthenics. I guess, you know, if I was this patient, I could probably get him to balance on that leg. But do I want to do that on camera? I don't know. I will try. This is the counterbalance, I would guess. Maybe not. Maybe his torso needs to be swung open like so. Then he still wants to favor that side. Looks like Da Vinci's anatomical man. But I feel not that you're going to display it like this, but I feel it. It's close. Look at that. Now, if you tighten up the joints, you can get these poses. Not that he's going to stay like that, but his legs are stiff enough and his arms are stiff enough and his torso is stiff enough to allow you to do this. So yeah, hey, another repair from the Wolf Den. Howlin' Wolf out.